Happy 7:32 p.m. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for being here, and I apologize for being a little bit late. I just got home, but we're here. So for today, I did not announce a topic prior to this live stream. So I do have a topic in mind, which is dealing with crushes. Like, how do you deal with crushes and relationships, and asking a guy or girl out? That's the topic that I have in mind. But because there was no previous announcement, I would like to hear from you. Anyone who's on right now. I see Stop Drop in Game, Danica, Lily Cross. Welcome to the live stream. If you have any questions or if you have a specific topic you want to talk about today, I'm very much open to chatting about anything. So let me know. All right. So the topic I want to talk about right now is again, it revolves. What's up, Neko? It revolves around crushes, asking crushes out. There is someone that I've been talking to recently that I will not mention who, but a viewer who, yeah. So the point is the situation is that I'll just kind of say from my own perspective. Sometimes we have a crush, and we are afraid to ask this said crush out. And by the way, I'd love to hear about your side, your stories. What crushes do you have? Danica, it's okay. Enjoy your weekend, and catch you on next time. Yeah, Samantha, good to see you on. So I guess I'll just start with the story. Does that sound good? I'm thinking about back in high school. Even if I go back to middle school, in middle school, I remember I had a lot of crushes on girls, but I was always way too shy to approach girls. I think, in a way, I remember I had a crush on one of my friends in the 8th grade, and uh, yeah, I don't think I ever really told her I had a crush, but I think she figured it out pretty easily. Just because I would always like be shy around her, and uh, like sometimes you could just tell when someone has a crush on you when they act differently. So she knew, and yeah, middle school. I don't think I ever like. I definitely don't recall ever asking a girl out. Not even to a dance because I was way too nervous for that. But I do know that multiple of my crushes knew that I like them, even though I didn't tell them, either through their friends asking me, like, "Hey, do you like Michelle?" And I'd just be like, I don't know," and they'd keep asking, like, "You like her, don't you?" And I'd be like, I don't know, maybe," and then eventually they'll figure it out, and um, yeah, it was very awkward in ways. And I think I remember getting to 9th grade, and I had another crush. That's funny. I'm like, should I say names? Because it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I had a crush, and it was a very big crush. I don't really talk about her a lot, but I did have a pretty big crush in my 9th grade year. And this girl was very, very sweet, very nice. um, she eventually found out I liked her too. I think I have a very hard time holding my emotions to myself, especially growing up. And yeah, I think it wasn't until sophomore year in high school that had the courage to ask uh, a girl out in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah, and I was very nervous. When I think about the first time I asked a girl, I don't know if this is the first time, but I believe the first time was when I asked um, Stacy to uh, Stacy to a dance, and I almost blacked out because I was so nervous. and I was scared because I didn't feel like I was good enough for her. So those were just a lot of insecurities that I had growing up, and there we go. That's a story of my life. Yeah. So I want to go here now. Let's read some comments. Dropping game says what? Danica says now I'm back. Stop dropping game says I wish my crush friend asked me that. So you have a crush on your friend and you wish that that person asks you what out? Don't we all? Wouldn't that be great if our crushes could just ask us out, right? Nekunur says, well, I was an awkward kid back in the day. I'm still an awkward kid. All right. Stop Dropping Game says, I look at my crush all the time. Yeah, that sounds about right. You know, when you have a crush on someone, typically, like, that's like, is that what you want to do? Like, it's your crush. Like, you're, in a way, when we have a crush, sometimes we have a lot of feelings and emotions, and we just want to stare at this person all the time because they're so beautiful. You know, they're like the most magical, beautiful slash handsome slash whatever person in the whole entire world. Stop Drop Game says, I miss my crush. Oh, Lily says, I hang out with my crush at PE. We are best friends, and he knows I like him, but he has a girlfriend. Oh, oh. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I've had that experience multiple times where my crush was already in a relationship. Do they ever know? I don't know about that. Yeah. Neko says, well, that's what I did. I watched him play football on the field in high school. Nice. This is so cute. I love talking about crushes. It's kind of like that awkward topic, you know, that most of us go through. Yeah. Neko says, but I had quite a story with him. Want to hear my story? Yeah, go for it. Let's hear the story. If you want to share your stories, feel free to just drop them down in the comments. Anyone and everyone. Stop Dropping Game says, I know I'm scared. She might be freaked out. Someday she looks at me a lot. Yeah. So I don't know how much I've shared about my dating life. Like I've shared a few stories, you know, like with Stacy. If you go to my presentations, you'll hear about Stacy. Uh, but yeah, like my dating life has been, I guess I almost want to say normal. I think everyone has a slightly different dating life. Like I look at my brother and he's been in maybe like 4, 5, 6 relationships, you know, with like boyfriend, girlfriend. As for myself, uh, I I spent a lot of my life. I had one main relationship when I was younger, like high school to college. That was 3 years. But besides that, I was pretty much single for my whole entire life up until recently. So yeah. But with being single, you know, in a way, like I'm 29 years old and I've had a lot of crushes in the past 29 years of my life. And uh, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, but I one day I'm like, I'm really curious to know how many people I actually dated. So I put together a Excel spreadsheet on and just like wrote down every single girl I dated that I could remember. I used the help of Google Calendars to like search, you know, date with or you know like searching keywords, and I went on a lot of dates with people. Uh, Most of them that led to absolutely nothing at all. You know, like it was like a date, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, that didn't work out. But you know, that's when you're trying to find the love of your life. That's what it takes sometimes, you know, just like persistence. So yeah, crushes are interesting topic. Um, ooh, I'm thinking about when I graduated from college. I remember I started doing this whole thing called online dating. And I remember the first person I met, she was like, I was super, super nervous. Like, I had no experience, like, meeting people. I felt really awkward. I didn't know what to talk about. And I remember, oh, wow, fascinating. I'm thinking Thinking. There's actually a few dates, like few, like I remember my first like three people I dated, or two of them at least. And I just remember like I thought I had to like impress people, which in a way, yes and no. I think uh, when dating someone that you like, I think it's important to just be yourself. Yes, you could feel that a little bit of that anxiety or like, that feeling of nervousness when you meet someone that you like slash have a crush on that you're interested in getting to know more. But at the end of the day, you just want to be yourself. Like nobody wants to be in a relationship with, uh, like I guess someone with their mask on, someone who's not actually like someone who's just fronting. Someone who's trying to be more than uh, they, I guess they actually are. So yeah, like I remember I used to try to impress girls. Not like I wasn't like super super flashy, but like I would do things like I remember like buying like flowers or something on a first date, which I'm like, yes, yes, you could, but I don't think it's necessary. It's you just got to fill out the situation. So anyway, just be yourself. Be yourself. Let it be a little bit awkward when you're first kind of trying to talk to your crush or whatever it is, because that's how it works. But over time, when you keep practicing and keep in a way dating and stuff like that, you will get better at not feeling so awkward when you're talking with a crush. But you're still gonna have a little bit of that anxiety, that nervousness, butterflies, because we're human. It's normal. Yeah. And for my friends out there who feel like they don't know what to say when they like see their crush. I think that's a very common thing. If you don't know what to say, um, like I think it's important to not overthink everything. It's important to not overthink like, oh, what should I say and everything like that. Yes, strategy can help, but at the end of the day, I think the most important part uh like asking or building a relationship with a crush, eventually or going towards that direction is just by doing it. Don't expect it to look perfectly. You know, uh, I would almost say expect. What do they say? Like plan for the worst, expect the worst. Plan for the worst. Expect. I don't remember what it is. I'm sure you know what phrase I'm going for. Hopefully, maybe one of you know. But yeah, like when it comes to dating, I would just say have fun with it. Don't take it super super seriously if things don't go work out the way that you wanted to. I have had my heart broken plenty of times, and I think that is part of dating too. It's like in a way, it's like building that emotional maturity. Like I don't think that we as humans are naturally emotionally mature already. I think we get to build it over time. For me, it took many many rejections, and I think adults, I'm not just saying myself, but like adults in general today, when if someone ends a marriage, they're going to be really hurt also, So I think in a way, as humans, we're always going to feel those tough emotions when things don't work out the way we want to. Yeah. So that's my thought. I want to transition and read your comments because, yeah, why not? Maria Sotelo says, "Hi, Richard. Wow, I haven't been here in a while, but it feels good to be back." Yeah, Maria, it's good to see you on. I don't feel like it's been that long. When I hear a while, I think like months. I feel like you were here not that long ago. Nakanuro says, "So it was the last week of senior year, and I finally decided to confess to him because it was the last thing ever. You know how it goes. I wrote a love letter to him, and then I went back to the library where he was. Where he was. I rushed in, walked up to him. I handed him the folded up note and straight up ran away, far away from the library. I went home and then nothingness. And finally, prom night comes along and I went to it. He was there too. I was staring at him at sometimes, and he was just hanging out and minding his own business until I was about to leave prom. I was convinced that he won't say anything about my feelings, but he stopped me before I left. He asked me that he was looking for me after I ran away from the library. He said that he wanted to hug me. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you for sharing. I'm so happy that you shared. He thought that the note was sweet. He was sorry that I had feelings for him for a long time and he didn't know. Then he hugged me. Oh, that's super cute. I appreciate you must be a good person because for someone else to do that, I think that's very meaningful. Like that's the fact that someone that you have a crush on is willing to say sorry and also give you a hug. Even I don't know if they like this person likes you or not. I'm guessing no, but I don't. To me, that's just like treating people as human beings. Sometimes it could be awkward. Sometimes when people know that we like them, they feel very awkward and they don't know what to do. So they kind of hide and ignore and pretend it's like there's nothing wrong, even though that they know that, you know, something is, I don't want to say wrong, but like they know that someone else likes them. So yeah, like this guy seems like a good guy. The fact that he's willing to do that, that's awesome. I love it. Thank you for sharing. Amazing. All right, let's yeah, by the way, if you have dating stories, feel free to share in the comment section. Yeah, start typing now as I read through other comments. That way by the time I get there, I can read the full story all at once. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Maria Toll says, "Hey, Richard, remember Kitty?" Yes, I remember Kitty. Why do you ask? It's been a while since I've seen Kitty on here. It's been a very, very long while, actually. Very, very long. Edwin, what's up? Edwin Solis. Turtle says NBA 2K. That's a good boy. Pelicans are lit. Sweet. Stop dropping game. Girls are always on my mind. My crushes. Should I stop looking at my crush a lot? Uh let's see. That's a good question. Should we stop looking at our crush a lot? I think it depends. It depends. It depends on what is, in a way, what is the situation with you and your crush. Like I don't remember. I don't know if you mentioned this earlier. Forgive me. I must have already forgotten. But like for example, if your crush is in a relationship already with someone else, and you know they're together, I think if I were in that position, I would do my best, knowing that my crush is in a relationship, to try to stop looking at her because it's not productive because she's already in a relationship. So in a way, that takes a little bit of that self-control and uh in a way like trying to, it's healthy for her. I think it's healthy for her and for you too. So because she could, continue living her own life and with her boyfriend or partner, and then you too can move on and find another potential relationship. Open yourself up, because I think that would be more fair to you, that instead of just suffering in the background while we obsess over this person slash crush. Yeah. So that's what I would say. But let's say that this crush is single and you're interested. You're interested in her. You don't know if she likes you yet. She might like you. She might not. I think it's okay to like look at her, like if there is, if it's promising, going towards that direction. I think it's okay. As long as I think the goal is to kind of move towards a certain decision of like, am I going to try to make this relationship work? And if not, then I almost want to say it's really up to you if you want to look at your crush or not. It's your life. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could talk more about this, but that's the simplified answer or version of it. Neko said, whoops, I just was almost going to reread that story. Maria Toll says, okay, so have any of you had a random weird, horrible thought pop into your head? If you want to hear, I can tell you my story. What do you mean by that? Do we want to hear? The way you say that. A little scary there. Hamburglar. Let's see. Can I make you a mod? Ha! You said that on the last Monday stream. If I asked the next stream, you would make me mod. I didn't say I'd make you a mod. I said I'd consider. Hamburglar. Let's see. I don't know if the comments were on during that Tuesday live stream, because not a single comment went through. But then afterwards, I rewatched it and I noticed that there was a lot of comments. But yeah, Hamburglar, I'm just messing around. Yeah, you got it, man. Yeah. And as a mod, if anyone's interested in being a mod, let me know. And it's not just for mod privileges, but you are here to support the community and make sure that people are being positive and not trolly, you know. And for any mods, just depending on how offensive people are being, they could either be timed out if it's not that bad, or if the behavior could be corrected. But if they're being over the top, then that's when we would have to hide users on the channel. That's all. Yeah, Maria. Wait, Maria. Why are you Kitty? Maria? Why do you mention Kitty? Question mark. All right, let's see here. Stop, dropping game. Hold on. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Okay. I think I'm gonna backtrack like 3 or 4 minutes ago with comments because I think we can catch up. We can stay on topic for a bit, right? Yeah, topic is crushes. Yes, we're on topic. We're on track with that topic right now. Stop, dropping in game says, I think I remember when I was in 4th grade, my crush knew it was my birthday and she hugged me. That's cute. Random side story. Fun fact about Richard. The first time Richard ever hugged a girl was in the, I want to say 9th grade, 9th or 10th grade. And I remember one of my friends, female friends, just randomly came up to me like, oh, like it was summertime. And she's like, oh, hey, great to see you. And she hugged me. I'm like, oh my goodness, a girl hugged me. I was just like, I felt so nervous. I'm like, well, what do I do with my life? Yeah. So that's my random story. Yeah, we got 2 Marias in here now. Stop, drop game says she does not say anything. We never talk. She not friends. What? Friends are nice to me, like one of them smiles at me. And her other friends is nice. I'm trying to send her signs I like her. I think my crush likes me, but I'm scared. I believe in psychic reading, as ridiculous as it sounds. I do. And they did one and said she likes me, but she does not show it. Well, I mean, if you believe in psychic readings and it says that she likes you, then either do you really believe in it, or what's the problem? Oh? I'm just challenging you. You got this. Alrighty. Yeah. Feel free to drop any other comments about comments or personal stories about your crushes. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's such a fascinating topic. Yes, I do think it is weird to suck out all the filling out of Twinkies. Subtract, what's up? Is it okay to eat ice cream for breakfast every day? Normally I would say to each their own. Like, it's your life, you can do whatever you want. But I'm going to straight up say no, it's not okay to eat ice cream for breakfast every single day. I don't think that's healthy at all, unless it is kale ice cream, organic kale ice cream. Yeah. Lily crosses with my crush's girlfriend. We are best friends. Wait, with my crush's girlfriend. So your crush's girlfriend, your best friends, and she doesn't know I like her boyfriends. Should I tell her? Wait, crush's girlfriend. Okay, so your best friend. What I'm hearing is your best friend. Your best friend's boyfriend is also your crush. Got it. That's one of those, like, I have an answer. Like, it depends on you. It depends, like, how do you want to approach it? Like, the decision is ultimately yours on what you want to do. I can tell you what I would want to do, but it's not, that doesn't mean that's what you should do. Okay. For me, if I had a crush on my best friend's girlfriend, I think I would do 2 things. Number 1, I would do my best to, in a way, like, like kind of divert my attention and try to stop having that crush on them, because knowing that they're in a relationship and I don't want to, mess with that. Like, so that's number one. Uh, Hold on, let me put myself into like this scenario. Like this, okay, friend. Yeah, I think mentally, what I would try to do is I would try to just work on, in a way, like respecting my best friend, and that person's, in my case, girlfriend. I would just work on respecting. I'm like, hey, look, uh, I like your girl, but I respect you. We're friends, so I'm gonna let you do you, and I'm gonna just move on from that. So that's what I do mentally. What I tell my friend about it, I think it's more about making sure that you are doing the work yourself to move past it and respect your friend and their partner. I think that's the main thing. Do you have to tell? I don't think you necessarily have to tell, but I think in a way, if your relationship with your best friend is super close, where maybe it might be a little bit awkward to share, like, hey, I just want to let you know I have a crush on your boyfriend. Like, I think it's okay to share, but I think what's even more important is the fact that you're working on, in a way, like kind of getting over it as a sign of respect. I think that's the main thing. That's my opinion. Robert Kraft. I feel like this is something I should know. I'm not familiar with Robert Kraft and his situation. Nathan Kim, what's up? Thanks for being here. Thank you for your compliments. I appreciate it. Yes. What's up, Sicko Mode? Speaking of Sicko Mode, that song is fascinating. That song fascinates me because I like this song because it has three parts to it. Like, I don't know. It's very dynamic. It's very different. So, and catchy. Maria Toll says, my life was going great until I randomly had these thoughts. They caused anxiety. I lost my friends. My self-esteem hit rock bottom, and I was terrified by these thoughts. They would wake me at night. Wow, that sounds really challenging, and yeah, very. I guess the word I would say is a little bit dark. And Maria Toll, I accept you, and your thoughts that you have. Yeah, I hope that they continue to get better, and I hope that you, in a way, continue to process the thoughts so you can, in a way, like eventually let them go and then move forward from them. I think that's very important. Yeah. Maria says the thoughts were violent, nasty, and against God. I worry if these thoughts are true. Do I really want to do all these bad things? Is that thought really me? I still get them, but I'm tired of it. Ever since these thoughts started popping up, my life has been hell on earth, horrible thoughts. I'm scared of what you might think of me. Maria, I don't judge. I don't judge you in that way. I like, we're all human beings. We all have our own thoughts. Like, there's no reason to judge ourselves, and there's no reason to judge other people. I get it's human that people do it, but like, know that I accept you as you are, and I don't judge you in in any way like that. What I do want to mention from my own perspective is I don't think we are our thoughts. Like, we can always choose. Thoughts will pop up. I get that. Like, I remember, like, I'm reflecting on my life, and I remember having negative thoughts of my own, and I used to think this is who I am. And now that I'm older, I realize we are not our thoughts. So if you have negative thoughts, that's not who you are. Like, your thoughts are just thoughts. Like, there's a way that we can be in control of our thoughts, and it just takes a little bit of time and understanding and trying to figure things out. Try to ask those questions, like, why do we have these thoughts, and how do I, in a way, be in control of these thoughts? How do I shift these thoughts to be more positive towards the, like, what I want in my life? And it's not always easy. It's doable. Yes, absolutely. It's doable to change those negative thoughts to be more positive. It takes time. It takes conversations. It takes putting in the work. Yeah. So, Maria, I believe in you. I think that you can very much improve these negative thoughts that you have. And again, I think it starts with understanding that these thoughts are not you. You know, you can you could be someone else and still have these negative thoughts, and then eventually work on kind of eliminating the negative thoughts and then being better. So that's my thought. Hopefully that's supportive. Alrighty. Sycamore says, I love organic kale ice cream. Me too. Yum, yum. Sycamore says, one time my crush said I was ugly. That's an unfortunate thing to hear. And I hope, I think most people who hear, like, if their crush says that you're ugly, I'm pretty sure that most people would feel really, really, really hurt, because we put our crushes on like a pedestal. You know, we look up to them, and we value what they say because they're our crush. But honestly, our crushes are, in fact, just another human being, who are very amazing. But yeah, I think the goal is, when our crush tells us we are ugly, is to look at them and just laugh it off. You know, not make it such a big deal, because I don't think it really means much, to be honest. If someone says they call you ugly, it does not mean much. Nathan says, Mr. Quo, how can I apply for the moderator position? I really love your channel. Nathan, thank you very much. If for anyone who's interested in being a moderator, I think it's just about just showing up, being on these live streams, and you know, you can continue to voice your voice your desire to be a moderator, you know, every so often. But like, once I see you on, and I see you kind of whatever participating and things like that, I will consider people as moderators. Yeah. And it's also a little bit of like need, you know, how many moderators do we need? Right now we didn't have one. So Hamburglar, you know, good timing. Yeah. Interesting. Nekonerdo has an interesting point, saying that when we focus on others' thoughts on us, that we feel, that's what makes us feel lonely. I think there's truth to that. I think, in a way, it's important to not overly value people's opinions. It's like, take them into consideration, but don't let that be the only right thing. So if other people are telling you're ugly, you know, it's like, you could listen to it and think about, question, is that really true? But I think it's important to not immediately accept, they say I'm ugly, I must be ugly, therefore I'm not good enough, or whatever it is. So yeah. And then focus on your hobbies or talents. They help a lot, if you ask me. I think that's important too. Yeah. Focusing. Alrighty. Lily Cross, have a good night. Thank you for being here. Stop Dropping Game says, is it normal to be nervous that my crush talks to other boys? Yeah, I think that is normal. So I think, I will tell you, kind of based off my life experience, of what that means. When we feel nervous when our crush talks to other people, I think that's rooted in insecurity. You know, that means, I don't fully know the answer to this, but I'm just going to guess a little bit. I think I have a general idea of where that nervousness or that jealousy comes from. So like, if our crush is talking to other boys, I think that means when you feel nervous or afraid, you know, in a way, like endangered, it's because you don't feel like you're good enough. Like, you compare yourself to the other boys that your crush is talking to, even if the boy, you know, that your crush doesn't like that boy, you know, he's a boy, and you still get nervous because you see that person as a potential threat. It's a guy, you know, she might like him, stuff like that. I think that comes from insecurity, and it comes from a feeling that we're not good enough compared to other guys. I think that's where that comes from. So That's my thought. Hamburger says Robert Kraft. Hold on, let me see here. Yeah, I'll keep reading the comments in order, just because we're not that far behind. Robert Kraft is the owner of the Patriots, but he just got arrested for soliciting prostitution. Charged, not arrested. My bad. Huh. Interesting. I did not hear about that. Yeah. Stop Dropping Game says, I once had a dream that my crush was talking to another boy and flirting with him. Yeah, I feel yeah, I understand it. I understand what you're feeling. Honey says, by the way, Honey, good to see you on again. Honey says, today I went to the dance and it was fun and all until I walked into the big gym and it smelled uh like a fire and I started coughing. Then all the chaperones yelled, everyone get out now. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Cupid, what's up? Good to see you on. Honey says, then we were all in shock and then we all ran out and a bunch of people were screaming there was a fire because DJ uses these, I don't know, like laser lights, and they apparently what caused it to burn. Oh, caused it, but man, wow, that sounds pretty crazy. All right. Let's see. Neko says, back in middle school, I was sad and angry if I see other girls talking to my crush. Good times. Yeah, I could relate. Today, you know what? Like, I would even say not too long ago when I was dating other girls and then like they would talk to other guys, I remember feeling jealous. This is like 2 years ago. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's still relevant. But today I'm pretty sure that's a pretty human and very natural feeling, that feeling of jealousy or uneasy when our crush likes or is like talking to someone else. And it depends. Crush, like if it's a crush and you're not in a relationship with them, I think that it's easier to be jealous. If you're in a relationship with someone and you see the person, your partner, talking to someone else and you get jealous, that to me means that you get to work on trusting each other, like building up your trust. Yeah, that's what I think. Swirls, what's up? It's Swirls. Can I show you a crazy video for you to watch after the stream? Sure, go for it. What is this? Wait, hey, who's Hamburglar? Do you happen to what? What is this? Gotcha. I see. Thank you for the moderation. Hamburger says, my girlfriend as a freshman was gay and I didn't know about it until after. Yeah. Thank you, Hamburger. I appreciate it. Very helpful. Would it be creepy if I give my crush a Starbucks gift card? We never talk, like slip it in her locker. It depends. I don't think it's necessary. I feel you. Stop Dropping Game. I understand it. I get it. So if a crush gave me, like let's say someone just dropped me a Starbucks gift card, okay? And you can put yourself in this position too. If a crush, that I didn't know who it was, they just dropped a little gift card in my locker, I'd be like, huh, where'd this come from? And I think it's kind of random, like, oh, okay, which is okay. But then if let's say you write like a little note, like whatever, from your crush, I'd be like, oh, I mean, that's kind of cute, but I'd be curious like who it's from. There's a potential that I might feel a little bit awkward if I try to like think about who did this, or who that crush is. Yeah, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. So it can go either way. I think in a way, for me, I'm not your crush. I don't know what your crush is like. But for me, if someone had a crush on me, I think it would, instead of a Starbucks gift card, like a simple like, "Hey, I like your hair," would I'd be like, "Oh, thank you." Like that's it. I don't know. That's that's what I got. Alrighty. Needs to dance. What time is it over here? It is 8:13 p.m. right now. Let's see. NECA creepy no, I would appreciate it. Although I'd feel taken aback that someone would spend their money on me. My tip to the guys: don't spend too much of your money on your love interest. They'll feel compelled to pay all of that back. Yeah, depending on the person, I think sometimes people might feel a little bit guilty. Like if a crush was giving them money, they'd be like, "Oh, I don't really deserve this. What do I do with the money?" Yeah, and they'd feel guilty. So I agree with Neko Nerd on that one a little bit. Like sometimes it might be a little bit, it might become a burden just depending on the person. Or yeah, so yeah. Maria Sotelo says it's weird because whenever I dream about someone in my school, I never want to talk to them until I forget the dream. Hmm. Never want to look or talk to them. Huh. Fascinating. I could understand that. I think I've had dreams like that. But sometimes, you see the person that's in your dream and you just have to kind of like slowly push that dream aside like it didn't happen. Otherwise, it's hard to talk to a person with these weird thoughts in our minds. Nekonoro says it's about the feeling / love, not how expensive the gift is. Talk more and hang out with your crush instead. Yeah, I love it. Those are good thoughts. Yeah. I think it's very common that we feel nervous around our crushes, and that's okay. But I think what is more important is having conversations, even just like simple conversations at first. You got to warm up a little bit, and then eventually, in a way, kind of like befriend them, be friends, be friends with your crush, or at least have that kind of a relationship where you could just talk back and forth, even if it's very casually. Yeah. Stop Dropping Game says, "What if I don't have a note? I want her to be happy and have Starbucks." I sometimes have dreams of my old crush. Um. Well, Stop Dropping Game. I mean, if you want to do it, I think it's okay. Like if you don't have a note, you just drop it in. I wouldn't overdo it. Like make it. In my opinion, if you want to do it just because, I think that's okay. Just don't overdo it. Don't do like $50. Maybe like 5 or 1. um, and I wouldn't, if I were that crush of yours, if that happened like once or twice, it's okay. But like I wouldn't want it to keep happening. Uh, unless it was from my partner. Where I'm not expecting surprises, but like I know who it's coming from. Yeah, it's weird. It's funny because here I want to talk about something. Isn't it funny how if okay, let's say a person likes you, but you don't like them back. When they like you, isn't it funny where sometimes that could be perceived as creepy if they do something for you, but as soon as this person likes you and then you like that person back and they do something for you, it's not creepy anymore. It's cute. I don't know. I just find it funny how that works. Yeah. Anyway, it's funny how people perceive things in different ways. But yeah, I'd just say don't overdo it. That's all. It's okay to do once in a while. What? Swirl says going to Texas in March. I am going to Texas in March. I see you saw that on my calendar thing. Yes, and I'm also trying to see if I could hit up a few schools while I'm in the area to do some speaking. We'll see if that happens because I realize that happens to be spring break for many schools in that area. Let's see. Okay. Nathan says, I was skeptical at first, to be honest, when you came to Valencia High School because I have watched a bunch of motivational speakers, but after watching a bunch of your streams, let's see, I really think the way that you communicate to your audience through YouTube is really helpful and helps you become more relatable and close to us because it makes it seem like you're talking to us. Thank you. And I am talking to you. You are real people. Yeah. Like literally, you are real right here. Yeah. And thank you for the feedback. I appreciate that. Yeah. It's funny, like as speakers, we all have our different how do I say this? As speakers, we all relate with we all connect with people differently. You know, I'm thinking about my other speaker friends, Josh Dreen, D. Hankins, like they all have their own different personalities, as do I. You know, like in a way, Nathan, maybe you might connect with me more than you might connect with, my friend D or Josh, or maybe there's someone, maybe your friend connects more with D or Josh, but doesn't connect with me as much. So, in a way, I think as speakers, we all, I don't think one voice fits all. It's like, we connect with who we connect with in a way, and we're always continuing to improve, so we learn to connect with more people in ways, because I think sometimes communication it can be a little bit of a barrier. It's understanding how do we find that common ground where we can communicate and get to know each other, and see each other for who we are. Yeah. Alrighty. Write her rap. Oh goodness. Sycamore says, I need advice on college. I have no idea where to go in my life. Let's see. Whew. Advice on college? In what way? Sicko mode. That depends. If you have no way to go, I feel like there's like a Dr. Seuss quote in here somewhere. And Dr. Seuss said something along the lines of like, the summary is, if you don't know where to go, just go somewhere. Like go a certain direction instead of just sitting there and being confused. Even if you don't know if this direction is the right way to go, just do something. Doing something is better than nothing. So if you're not sure where to go, just go somewhere. It could be the right direction, it could be the wrong direction. And if it feels wrong, if you're on that path that feels wrong, then hop off that track, go on another little train track, and try this other direction that feels right, and then go down that train track that feels right. And then if it starts to feel wrong again, evaluate: is this right or is this wrong? If it feels off, consider trying another path. It's okay. I think a lot of life is just about exploring and learning about ourselves and trying to understand us as people and ourselves. What do we want? What is the purpose of life? What do we want to make of our life? What do we want to accomplish? All that stuff. Stop Dropping Game says, I remember this summer I had a crush on someone that one day I went to a restaurant and I saw my crush I had for years that I got over with. Then I started feeling sad. Oh, that's funny. I feel like I had not a similar experience, but I've had similar thoughts like that. Yeah. Nathan says, oh, whoops. I did mention that. 25? $25 Starbucks? That's, I mean, in my opinion, that's very, very generous. Too generous, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. How would I feel? I would feel happy, like kind of excited that someone would give me a $25 Starbucks gift card, but then I'd feel kind of bad. I'm like, where did this come from? Or did someone lose it? I don't know. Yeah. I'd just be confused. Alrighty. Foothill. What's up, Foothill? Foothill High School. Just incredible. Enjoy your work. Thanks for tuning in for a second to say hi. Yeah. Cyril says, hopefully you can find new friends, but I bet you might want to consider going to summer camp and trying to expand. So you're not being in California, which is good. Are you talking to me? I'm not sure. But regardless, if you were talking to me, I would say I am personally trying to slowly expand into different states. I mean, but I like California. California is great. California is my home, and there's a lot of schools in need, and it's a good place. So I'm good both ways. But I do want to, travel to different states and different countries and speak there. That'll be fun. Hamburger says, "Can you come to the Foothill Prom? That would be so fun. Book me a ticket." Yeah, I'm down here in SoCal, so it's a little bit of a drive flight distance. Jesse says, "What's your workout routine? Because you're swole. I want to get swole because people make fun of my muscles." Jesse, what? Uh, Jesse Goodman. In terms of workout, wait, hold on. If you're talking to me, are you talking to me? Workouts. Ooh, workouts are interesting. I feel like when it comes to exercise, I think the most important thing is finding a routine that works for you. I think trying like it's okay to model after other people, but like trying to do exactly what someone else is doing, I don't think is the best strategy. That's my opinion. I struggled a lot with like finding what works for me. I tried to go to the gym. I tried to work out years ago, and I hated working out. So I just never stuck to it. Like I honestly never like started lifting weights regularly until maybe a month and a half ago or 2 months. I've enjoyed other forms of exercise. Whether it's taking classes, playing basketball, swimming, stuff like that, running, cycling. All not all at once, like different periods of my life. But yeah, workout routine right now. Um, so I typically like I work out or exercise about 5 to 6 days a week, usually. Um, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I lift. Uh, and I do what works for me. I don't do like, leg day, biceps, and chest day. I don't do that kind of stuff. Like for me, I kind of do all the weights every Monday, Wednesday, Friday because I like, for me, when I work out, it's like I like the feeling of feeling tired all over the body, not just one part of my body. Like if I just spent one day just working on biceps, I don't know, like it just feel off centered for me. So I enjoyed kind of doing full body when I do workouts. So that's that. And then, so that's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesday, Thursday, I play basketball. That's a typical week. And then Saturday, Sunday, depending on how I feel, I'll exercise, either like one of those days. And I usually take at least one day a week off. So that's me. Yeah, that's how I do it. Hamburglar, I'm glad that your uncle has a corn farm. Yeah, Swirl says, "Oh, the places you'll go." I'm pretty sure it was from the places you'll go. That sounds about right. That's a great book. I remember the first time I read it, like even as an adult, I think it was less than 3 years ago that I read it again. And even when I was listening to the book, I didn't quite understand the meaning of "Oh, the places you'll go." But then I read it again, and then I read it again after that, and I'm starting to understand it more. Yeah, I like it. It's a good book. Maria says, "Farrell, Richard, and people in the chat, it's really nice talking to you all." Yeah, you too. Have a good night. And thank you for being here, as always. And back. Sicko Mode says, "As regards to your response about college and ideal career is riding polo horses. However, I'm not sure where to go to college for that." Google search it. Google search uh, polo horse riding, or polo sports, colleges or schools. Uh, yeah, search it up. I'm quite certain that they have schools for that. Yeah. I mean, polo is not a small thing. It's pretty big. Yeah. How do you get over the fear of public speaking? By doing it. Straight up. Stop Dropping Game says, "When I do presentations in class, I get nervous. That is very normal if you feel nervous. How do you get over that fear, the fear of public speaking? Literally, yeah, no, literally, it's just doing it. Do it over and over and over and over again. That's all it is. Like Man, it's weird that in this moment as I speak, on video, I don't feel nervous. It's weird saying that because I'm reflecting on a time where I did used to feel nervous. I used to feel so nervous. It took me 24 hours to record a 2-minute video for my first YouTube video that I did 5 years ago because I was so nervous. And now, I hop on these live streams and I just talk because, I do whatever I want. Because I don't know, it's just me. So anyway, fear of public speaking. Yeah. So I joined this organization called Toastmasters. And you can search it up, Toastmasters. It's a international organization for public speaking and like leadership skills. It's a great organization. And you can just go there as a visitor for free if you want. Toastmasters, just search Toastmasters. There's probably tons of Toastmasters clubs where you live, or join your school's like speech and debate team, or what's the other one? There's another one that's similar to that. Anyway, like speech/debate team, something like that. Those are ways to get over the fear of public speaking. Yeah, and when I started speaking professionally, I was scared. I got super, super nervous. And even for me today, I've been speaking, professionally for, let's say, 4.5 years now. I still get nervous when I speak. Not like before, but I still have nerves. I get those nerves because, in a way, I never know who my audience is, because every single place I go to is a new place, and I need to get to know who they are in the 45 minutes that I'm speaking with them. So yeah. Swirl says, hold on, let me see how we're doing on here. Okay. I'm going to keep reading comments as in order. Swirl says, I'm trying to say that it's good that you're going to other places, and California is great. Wait, if you live by LA, maybe you can go through like Nevada or anything. Summer camps are good too. Yeah, I've not done a summer camp. Wait, not officially a summer camp. I've done conferences in the summer, but not summer camp. But yeah, that is a possibility. That is a possibility. Yeah. Miss Marquez says, my birthday is on a Sunday. Can you wish me a happy birthday? Yeah, of course. Mr. Marquez, happy early birthday. Wow, that's like literally in 2 days. Yeah, happy birthday. That's amazing. Amazing. It is amazing. It's amazing that we live another year, that you live another year. So congratulations. And I hope that this birthday is memorable. I hope that you make the most of this upcoming year. I think life is precious and we should be making the most out of every single year, especially while we're young, in our teens, in our 20s, 30s, 40s, doesn't matter, but especially in our teens and 20s. I think in a way, our teens and our 20s and 30s are a bit of our prime of our life. Like we get to just embrace, good health, embrace, the energy that we have, and make use of it, because life is too short and we got good health right now. The truth is we don't have good health forever, and learning how to eat healthier is important too, for the future. Yeah. I used to eat a lot of junk food, like tons of junk food. And I'm grateful that you could build habits over time. Like I always had this idea like, oh, I'm still young, might as well enjoy junk food, fast food, good food, deep fried foods because it's delicious, because I can. And I did embrace that. I enjoyed it. It's also important as you get older, to start to try to develop, good habits. For example, one year I was like, you know what? I'm going to try stop drinking soda, because it's not good for you. And that one year I did it for 1 year. And after that 1 year, I'm like, you know what? I don't need soda in my life anymore. So I don't drink soda anymore. And I'm very happy that I don't, because there is no nutritional value in soda, and it's just a bunch of sugar, which is not good for you. No judgment to anyone who drinks soda. But I'm just happy that, that's like, I love water. This live stream was sponsored by water. Alrighty. Whew. it's actually a no to wish someone a happy birthday before their birthday in Germany. Huh, interesting. Well, I'm in America, so I'm gonna wish people happy birthday beforehand. That's really interesting, though. Jesse Goodman says 5 to 6 days a week. Wow, that's crazy. I used to think that too. And I'm very grateful for my girlfriend who pretty much works out like every single day. And she inspired me to work out more because before I never used to work out often. I think in college, I worked out like 2 to 3 times a month. Maybe sometimes I didn't even go to the gym at all, you know? I There's periods where I wasn't super active, and I think in my adult life, there's periods where I used to play basketball every single day after work for a few months, but then I would stop. Nothing's consistent. I would say the most consistent thing recently was I would play basketball Tuesday, Thursdays, and that was all my workout for the past half year slash a year. But I'm very happy, and I still need to slightly push myself, but I've kind of built up a little bit of a habit where, it feels good to go to the gym every single day. It feels good mentally. It feels good, like almost like this, in a way, I almost want to call it like a placebo effect, like this idea of when you exercise, it feels good physically and it feels good mentally. Like, oh, wow, I exercise. Therefore, I feel good today, if that makes sense. So that little thought, like, keeps me going. And the side effect of exercising 5 to 6 days a week is that, you look good too. So that's a side bonus. So that's cool. Okay, my birthday is a Sunday. Alrighty. Whoa, hey, what's up, John? Good to see you on, man. It's been a while. Well, not hasn't been that long of a while, but it seems like a while. Did you get nervous? Stop Dropping Games says, did you get nervous when you were in TED Talk or in a school? Yes, I was nervous, but nervous for my own reasons too. Nervous because just how my brain works. Like, I have a hard time preparing speeches ahead of time and like having all the pieces together and visualizing everything how it's going to happen, because in my mind, I always try to be present. I try to like listen to the audience and like engage with them. So because I'm engaging with the audience and I'm listening to them, my speech can change like that. Like, I could have something planned and it can go completely different direction if I feel that that other direction is more beneficial than my original direction, which happens very often, in my opinion. Because what happens is if I think this is the right way to go and I keep going this way and I'm not being mindful of what the audience cares about and I keep doing this, what if they don't want to hear this? Then I'm not being present and I'm just speaking of what I think they want to hear, which is not always what people want to hear, So it's an art. Speaking is an art. Yeah, it's art and it's a science. Yeah. Toastmasters works. Yes. I think Toastmasters is a great organization. I spent a good few years in Toastmasters practicing my speaking every single week. Yeah, it does work. Regular practice on our speaking skills absolutely works to improve our speaking. So yes, please, if you want to improve your speaking, I highly encourage you to be a part of a club or some sort of, I would say club that practices speaking on a regular basis, whether that's speech and debate, whether that's Toastmasters, or something completely different. MUN, Model United Nations, is another one. I think that focuses a lot on like speaking skills and things like that. So there we go. Hamburger says, Richard, what is your number one fear? My biggest fear, no joke, is haircuts. Really? Fascinating. This is a tomato, by the way. Your microphone looks like a tomato. Anyway, back to your question. My number one fear? I don't know how to answer that. Like, there's like the tangible fears like fear of speaking, sharks, spiders, heights, like that's more tangible. And I think there's more the internal emotional, like fear of being alone, fear of not being good enough, those kind of fears. Number one fear. I have a hard time answering that specific question because I don't know what my number one fear is, but what I am afraid of is I think off the top of my head, I have a fear of I don't know if this is true. In this moment, I'll say it. I have a fear of like not living up to my fullest potential. Like I know I could do so much, but not like accomplishing everything that I want to in a way. I think that's the current fear that I have. Yeah. There we go. Sicko mode. I'm about to sign on Stacy. Come on. What is this? Nekus says, good for you, Richard. I also stopped drinking soda for the same reasons. Yeah, what's up? Matt says, Richard, I'm all shaken up. The police were at my school, and so were the firemen because someone pulled the fire alarm. I heard about that just now. Who is your GF? You will see soon enough. Yes. Do I like it? Jazz. Jazz is cool. I don't listen to jazz regularly, but I respect it, and jazz is good vibes. Sicko Mode says, do you have any prior relation with Jenna Hewitt? What do you mean prior relation? I know her. Yeah. Let's see. Negonor says, is there anything else to go over? I think we're good. I think we're past the hour mark. So we're probably going to wrap it up pretty soon. Do you like Sigma notation? What is that? Did the stream crash for anyone else? I don't think so. It looks fine to me. I see your comments. I see my face moving. Stop Dropping Game says, I sometimes get nervous when I'm speaking or reading something that I might say what's in my head or what I'm thinking, and people might think I'm weird. Or if I misunderstand something and it has nothing to do with it. Hey, it's okay. Stop Dropping Game. If you mess up when you're public speaking and you mess up, you feel embarrassed or awkward, it's okay. Like, it's okay to mess up. And one thing that I learned from speaking is like, if you mess up, there's several ways you can handle it. You could either feel really embarrassed and nervous, or you can embrace the awkwardness and play along with it. Like, oh my goodness, I screwed up there. Or, make fun of yourself. That's a great way. That's a great technique that speakers use to kind of recover from awkwardness, is they address the awkwardness and they make fun of it/themselves and their mistake. So yeah, it's okay. And then if there's sometimes when I'm speaking where I mess up and it's like, it doesn't make sense to make fun of myself because it's like, there's no point in, blowing up something, or like, I don't know how to address it. And it's just about, move forward from it. No need to continue dwelling on that one thing. Yeah, it's okay. Maddie says, I'm single again. I hope you're doing okay. It's okay to be single too. Neko says, cool. Then have a good weekend, everyone. Enjoy it, Richard, and take it easy. Until next time, Neko Nerdo, thank you so much. Have a great night. And I think this is actually a good time to end the stream for tonight. It is 8:41 p.m. here. My friends at Crescent Oak, I hope that you're enjoying the dance that's going there. I don't know what's going on there right now. Heard about smoke, fire. I don't know what's going on, but I hope everything's okay. Nathan, thank you for the positive comments. Thank you for being here from Valencia. And yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Let's see here. What else? Am I missing something? Stop Dropping Game says it's almost 11 in Illinois. I'd love to visit Illinois, by the way. Have never been there before. Yeah. Thank you, Maddie. Appreciate that. Nathan says, I'm a protest for you to come back to or come to Valencia. I would love that. That'd be awesome. Let's see. Stop Dropping Game. Thank you so much for the positive comments. I appreciate it. Sigma says, did you know Hewitt got fired? I'm familiar with, I don't know the reasons why, but I did hear that she is no longer at the school. So that's all I know about the situation. Yes. Anyway, everyone, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you. I think I'm going to try to be here on Monday. Hold on, let me double check my calendar real quick for next week's live streams. I will not be able to stream on Wednesday and Friday because I will be at a conference. However, Monday 7:30 p.m. California time. Uh, in my calendar right now. Okay, so Monday, the 25th, February 25th at 7:30 p.m. here in California time on YouTube. And yeah, can you can I do another one tomorrow? Oof, I don't know. Maybe not. Alrighty, people. Have a good night, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.